Hello, I'm Mike Murillo, and here we are on day one of the Scottish Friendly Children's Book Tour with Michelle Paver. Behind me is Aberdeen. In a few hours we'll be in Orkney. We'll be kicking off the tour, and 3 days in Orkney, 2 days in Shetland. It's going to be a great time.
He listened to the cubs yell. He let them drop into his mind. "Why won't you play with me?" the cub was asking its dead parrot. "What have I done now?" On and on it went. As Torak listened, something awakened in him. His neck muscles tensed. Deep in his throat he felt a response beginning. He fought the urge to put back his head and howl. What was happening? He didn't feel like Torak anymore. Not boy, not son, not member of the wolf clan, well, not only those things. Some part of him was wolf. A breeze sprang up, chilling his skin. At the same moment, the wolf cub stopped yowling and jerked round to face him. Its eyes were unfocused, but its large ears were pricked, and it was snuffing the air. It had smelled him. Torak looked down at the small, anxious cub and hardened his heart. He drew the knife from his belt and started down slowly.
Like Torak kills an animal, which of course he has to do to survive, he always feels honour bound to use every part of the animal. When I was in Greenland, I asked an Inuit man who just killed a seal what he'd do with all the body parts of the seal. And it's good to ask the children to name a body part, and then I tell them what the hunter-gatherer would use it for. The eyes are a treat for the grandmothers in many traditional cultures, because the older people have worn their teeth down, they can't really chew meat that's too tough, and so they take the seal's eyes, which are big as plums, and they pop them in their mouths whole, munch them up. The brain is actually like the consistency of kind of thick yogurt. It's very fatty, and what hunter-gatherers do is they use it, they mush it up, and they use it to turn the skin of the animal into leather. So the seal brain will be rubbed on the non-furry side of the seal skin, and that turns it into beautiful soft leather. The flippers of the seal, traditionally they would cut them off with the fur still on and put them under a pile of rocks during the summer and leave them to go nice and slimy for a couple of months, and then they'd eat them.
Lungs.
The lungs are not terribly nutritious, so unless you were starving you probably wouldn't eat the lungs, but you'd give them to your dogs, because most traditional cultures like the Inuit have a team of husky dogs and they will eat anything.
The heart.
The heart is something that traditionally would be cut up and eaten raw, but the important thing is that each member of the family, including all the cousins and the grandparents and the grandchildren, each member would have a small piece of the heart, and that would make them feel part of the family.
They don't like being patted on the head. Okay, she doesn't really like that. Equally, if you're an adult wolf, they don't like being touched on the paws either. See, she's just sort of slightly, that's very good behaviour, because if a wolf doesn't like something, she's not going to suddenly snarl at you, but she might just sort of say, no, don't do that. Now, equally, if she is very friendly, I might get to scratch the fur under her front leg. They do really, some of them like that. This one doesn't so much, so we're not going to go to the next stage, which is licking each other's muzzles.
Here we are in Shetland on our final day of the Scottish Friendly Children's Book Tour with Michelle Paver. It's been a great week, and Michelle, I'd like to thank you a lot for a wonderful time. It's been excellent.